Hello. Day or third yoga class of the last week of quarantine. This one is going to be a yoga sculpt, a little more energetic, a little more active, generating more heat, using your muscles more specifically. I have 3 sets of weights over here. I don't know that I'll use them all. We've got 15, 10, 5, whatever you have is fine. And then I've got my blocks as well, just in case we need to, you need to raise the floor or whatever to help you get your practice in today. So we're going to start in a standing position with our hands at heart center. And just take a couple of deep breaths in. And focus as you close your eyes, cutting out the outside distractions and bringing your attention inward. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Maybe you have an intention for your practice today. You might want to think of that at this moment. And just take a moment to breathe. Starting at your feet, grounding those feet to the mat, your big toe joint, little toe joint and heel are touching the mat. Feel the pull or imagine gravity holding you securely to your mat, in your body, in this moment. Maybe you take it to an Ujjayi breath or ocean breath, kind of constricting the back of your throat, making sort of a ha sound inside your head. Generating a little more heat with that Ujjayi breath. Begin to lift through your abs. As you exhale, let your rib cage expand, your belly expands, and then contract those abs, lifting against upward towards your diaphragm, lifting the air out. Imagine lengthening your spine all the way up through the crown of your head. Bringing our arms to our sides, palms facing forward, shoulder blades just easily flatten against your upper back. Taking a deep breath, reach those hands up, palms come together. Exhale through heart center and forward fold. And just pause here at your forward fold. Maybe relaxing your knees, maybe bending your knees alternately, loosening up. How about we hold on to our opposite elbows and let your weight tip forward and imagine gravity taking your body weight towards the mat. As you bring your weight toward the balls of your feet and your sit bones lift towards the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling, just go with it, never fighting against it or muscling through. We're going to practice going with each pose, even though we're using weights at some times. Let go of those elbows, place your hands flat on the mat, and let's step back to our down dog position, lifting yourself out of your hands and letting your head hang heavy. Spread those fingers wide, thinking of taking the middle, that index finger joint right where it attaches to your palm, and grounding through it to the mat. maybe gripping the mat with a thumb and pinky, creating a little tension in the palm, and then lifting yourself out of your hands, firming up your arms. Imagine making your back wide through the shoulder blades. Lift those abs, making space so your pelvis can tilt a little forward. Or if you feel a little too loose in the lower back, you might want to round through the tailbone. Maybe relax your heels, relax your knees, and let your heels drift towards the mat. Maybe pedal your feet here. Get all those joints to crack. Loosen up, prepare for your practice. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's walk those feet in towards our hands again. Relax your knees. Sweep your arms out and up. Rise up. Reach back, way back. Inhale, exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up, palms come together through heart center, forward fold, hands to the mat, and we'll step back to a plank position. Now, if you aren't quite ready for the full-on plank, maybe you take your knees to the mat. Make sure those wrists are under your shoulders, regardless of the position that you're in. Inhale, exhale, and we'll practice a chaturanga. You may want to start with the knees, chin and chest, and snake through to your little cobra. Inhale here, exhale, lower down. Maybe you keep your knees on the mat and lift up to downward dog one more time. Lifting out of those hands. Let your head hang heavy. Gaze back between your calves. Inhale, exhale. Let's raise our right leg up off the mat. Bending the knee. Open up your hips. Grounding the hands to the mat. And then maybe circle that knee in one direction. Maybe reverse it. Inhale, exhale. Extend the leg. And then rock forward and bring that foot between your hands, letting your left knee comes towards the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, goal post those arms and sink into that low lunge, opening up through the front side of your body. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then reach up, hands to the mat, and lift back up to that forward fold. Maybe we walk our hands around to the right side, bend that knee, straighten your left leg, press your hip back towards the back wall. Maybe your hands don't touch the floor. You can hold on to your calves, your ankles, wherever you can reach. Inhale, exhale, walk back through the center to your left side, bend that knee, straighten the right leg, and inhale, exhale, get a little deeper, little side body stretch. And then bring it back to the center. Once again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep those arms out and up. Rise up, palms come together. Inhale, exhale to Tadasana. Take a deep breath. Shoulder blades flat against that back. Firm up those legs. Lift yourself through your belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Rise those arms up, palms come together. Inhale, exhale, hands through heart center. Step back to your plank. And once again, maybe you go knees, chin, chest, snake through. Maybe you lift a little higher. Inhale, exhale, and meet me back in down dog. Lift up through your hands. Grip the mat with the pads of your fingers. Ground through that index finger joint where it connects to your palms. Lift through the arms, lift the low belly. Maybe your heels touch the floor, maybe they don't, it's okay. Take that left leg up, bend your knee, open up your hips, keeping your hands firmly grounded, and circle the knee in one direction. Reverse it. Maybe we inhale and lengthen, exhale, foot comes between your hands. Lower that right knee to the mat, sweep your arms up, inhaling. Interlace your fingers, take your hands on the back of your head, and sink into that lunge. Open up across the chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, arms up, hands to the mat. Exhale, lift up to your forward fold. This time, let's go a little deeper. Take your first two fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Shift your weight to the balls of your feet. Maybe relax your knees. Maybe your knees are really bent. It's okay. We're going to use our arms to pull ourselves towards the floor as we inhale. And then exhale and lift your hips in the opposite direction toward the sky, bringing your belly to your thighs, your chest to your knees, your face to your shins, the crown of your head towards the floor, and give it a couple of deep breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling. And then release those hands and hang for a moment. And maybe you keep your knees a little soft as you sweep your arms out and up and rise up, reach back, way back. Exhale to your Tadasana or mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up, palms come together through heart center, forward fold. Let's step back to that plank position again. Inhaling, exhaling, pause here as we inhale, exhale, and just lift our hips straight up and back to a downward facing dog. We're going to warm up a little more here as we inhale, exhale. Remember that you can modify and bring your knees to the mat. Inhale, exhale, we come forward. Let's do a push up like a chaturanga and then back. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And if you want to take your knees to the floor, you do. 6. And 7. We're going to do one more. And 8. Take it back to down dog. Inhale, exhale. Lift those sit bones toward the ceiling. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe nod it yes. Maybe shake it no. And then inhale, exhale, lift that left leg up, or right leg up to the ceiling again and bend the knee, open up across those hips. Circle it again if it feels good. Or just hang and then extend that leg. Inhale, exhale, foot between your hands. This time, let's rise up to a high lunge. Heel is off the floor behind you. Maybe you want to take that knee toward the mat as you bring your hands to heart center, pressing through your palms. Inhale, exhale, lengthen through your spine like there's a string out of the top of your head, and rotate to the right side. Maybe you lift that back knee off the mat as you firm up the leg through the heel. Inhaling, exhaling, warming up our body. And then bring it back through the center. Reach up, inhale, exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold, sweep those arms out and up, rise up, palms come together, exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, palms come together through heart center, forward fold, back to that plank position. And then this time, let's rotate onto the right leg or right side for a side plank. Inhaling, exhaling, hold here. And then bring it back through the center. Rotate onto the other side. Inhaling, exhaling, reach to the ceiling. And bring it back through the center. Chaturanga and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog. Inhale, exhale, lift out of those hands. Maybe round the tailbone a little bit. Lift that left leg up behind you. Bend your knee, open up those hips. Maybe circle the knee, maybe not. Inhale, extend. Exhale, foot between your hands. Rise up to your high lunge. Maybe lower the knee. Bring those palms together. Inhale, exhale, and get your little twist here. Maybe you lift that knee, maybe you don't. Whatever feels right as you lift through the abs. Pull your abs in. Press the hands, open up the chest. And then inhale, reach, hands to the mat. Lift up in your forward fold. And let's go a little deeper. Turn your hands over, fingertips touch your toes, and lift those feet, palms right on your hands, toes touch the inside of your wrist. Maybe your knees are super bent, it's okay. shift your weight so you're standing on your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, pull with your arms. Lift your sit bones to the ceiling. Bring your body to your thighs, your chest to your knees, your face to your shins. Crown of your head towards the mat and give it 3 deep breaths. And if you lift those lower abs in, you create more space for your pelvis to tilt forward and really get long through the hamstrings. Sit bones up toward the ceiling. And when you get to the fullest expression of that pose, let go of your hands. Pause for a moment. Inhale, exhale. Maybe your knees are soft as you rise back up. Bring those palms together. Inhale, exhale to Tadasana. Finding yourself in this strong mountain pose, grounded to your mat. Inhale, raise your arms up, turn your palms to the ceiling. Hold on to the right pinky side of that right hand with your left hand. Inhale, lift long through the waist. Exhale, up and over for a lateral stretch. Opening your rib cage toward the ceiling. Maybe you even look up, but you don't have to. Inhale, rise up, and then change hands. Hold on to that left pinky with the right hand and take it over in the opposite direction. Maybe your hips kind of go with it. Maybe one side feels different than the other. As you inhale, rise back up. This time we're going to raise up, interlace all our fingers, but the index finger. Pretend like someone's got you by the wrists and they're lengthening you up and out of your hips. Let your head, it can hang, or you can hold it at neutral behind your arms. Lift those abs, firm up your legs as you trace back across the ceiling toward the back wall. Always getting long, lifting through the abs. Maybe your hips come a little forward over your toes. Maybe they don't. Whatever feels right. And then as you rise back up, inhale. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. And pause. We're going to release our hands to our sides to Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale through heart center, forward fold, and step back to your plank position. All right, now you want to get some weights. So maybe you take your heavier weights or your middle-sized weight, whatever works best for you. I want your hands underneath your shoulders for your plank position, and we'll get some renegade rows to start off here. So we've got our wrists right under our shoulders. You could do these modified on your knees, or you can lift straight up to that plank. Your feet are going to be a little wider apart, maybe, just for stabilization. Lift through your belly, and we'll bring that weight toward your hip bone. Inhale, exhale. And just do as many as you can do. Stop and rest when you need to stop and rest. It's okay. Inhaling, exhaling. Getting strong. Starting to generate some heat. Try not to tip your body side to side. Hold it as square to the floor as you can. Let's get 8 and 7. Breathe in, breathe out. 6 and 5. 4 more on each side. 4 and 3. 2 and 1, and put those weights to the sides. Take your knees mat width apart, drop back into an active child's pose. Just lengthen through the lats. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Maybe you need to bend your elbows, rest your forehead on your hands. Whatever works best for you. And then grip the mat and pull yourself up to your tabletop position. Here, let's do a couple of cat-cows just to loosen up. Stretch out what we did, because I really am a firm believer of stretching out while you're working out. I don't think it's, you know, you should hold it till the end of the workout or some other time. We're trying to work our body as a unit and get it to function together. So tuck our toes, inhale, exhale, and let's engage that core by taking your knees about 1 inch off the mat and just hover. Imagine that you're wrapping your latissimus dorsi muscles around your rib cage. You'll engage the anterior serratus, these muscles that are in front of your ribs, and breathe in, breathe out, and then lift up to your down dog position. Inhaling, exhaling, let's lift that right leg up behind us. Lift, inhale, exhale, foot between your hands. Turn those back toes up towards the upper left corner. Rise up to warrior one on your right side. Press into your left heel and your big toe joint. Secure yourself to the floor. Push into that front foot. Make sure your knee is somewhere where you can see your big toe. So we're engaging our abductor muscles here. Lift through your abs. Inhale. Exhale and reach down and grab some lighter weights. As we come down to the front, we're going to rise back up and then lift those arms up overhead. Inhale or exhale. Inhale here, exhale out to the side. Inhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. All right, inhale, exhale. Nice. So we don't need these weights to be super heavy because we're using our little deltoid muscles, but we're pushing back into that left foot, grounding ourselves to our mat. And we'll get 4 more of these. 4, and lift. And 3, and lift. And 2, pull those abs tight, and lift. And 1, and lift. Good job. Bring those weights back to the mat. Hands come to the mat. Rise up. Inhale, exhale. Let's come forward to our warrior 3. So we get a little balance and engage our abductor muscle on this left side. Turn your toes just a little out and see if you can't feel that glute activate. Take a couple of breaths here as you find balance. Tip towards the mat and bring the foot down to meet the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep those arms out and up. Rise up. Palms come together. Exhale into Savasana. And we'll get ready for our other side. We'll inhale, arms come up. Exhale through, heart center, forward fold. Step back to your plank. And once again, grab those weights for the renegade rows. So you're either on your knees or you're on your toes. Feet a little apart so you've got a strong, solid base. Pull those abs tight. Inhale, exhale, and row. And just do what you can do. Stop when you need to, change your weight when you need to, whatever it takes to get the job done. Let's do 4 more on each side. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it down. Hands under your mat, under your shoulders. Chaturanga and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog. Inhale, exhale, lift out of those arms. Take your left leg up behind you. Inhale, exhale. Bring it through your hands. Turn the or right toes up towards that upper corner. Rise up to warrior one. Press into the right heel, right big toe. Ground yourself to the mat. Inhale, exhale. Grab those little weights. Rise back up. Inhale, exhale, arms up and out to the side. Raise them up. Inhale, exhale, out to the side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 4. And lift. And 3. And lift. And 2. And lift. And 1. And lift. Placing the weights back down. Rise up and take it forward into your warrior 3. Lifting that leg behind you, maybe turning the toes a little out to engage this abductor muscle. Take a couple of deep breaths. Tip forward and bring that foot to meet the left. Hang in that ragdoll for a second. Inhaling, exhaling, let go of those hands or those elbows. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale into Tadasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's take a chair pose here, Utkatasana. Inhale, exhale. Sit back in your heels and lift that belly. Lengthen your spine out through the top of your head to the tailbone. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring our hands heart center and press them together and get a little deeper into that twist. Inhale, exhale. Take that left elbow outside your right thigh. Pressing your hands together creates some leverage to open up your chest. Maybe now you're warmed up, you could open your arms. Maybe take that right arm around your waist. Breathe in, breathe out. And then back together, come through the center. Sit back in those heels, lift your chest. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left, press your hands together. Maybe open your arms, maybe wrap that arm around your waist. Breathe deep and extend. Come back through the center. And then maybe lift your heels a little off the mat and sit a little lower. Light those quads on fire. Breathe in, breathe out. For 3. And 2. And 1. Let it go. Forward fold. Step back into that plank position. Make sure you've got your heavy weights right underneath your shoulders. Feet a little wider. And row. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 8 more. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. And 1. Good job. Take your hands off of your weights. You're in your plank position. Hands underneath your shoulders. And let's take our knees mat width apart and drop back for an active child's pose. Just for a minute, take a couple of deep breaths. See if you can notice or imagine the feeling of getting long through your lats back here, okay? Hips drop back. And then let's come forward and we'll do a little core thing here. Let's come down onto our elbows and extend your legs. Hold yourself in that plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're gonna alternate knees. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee or arms up. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga and vinyasa through. And meet me back in down dog. Inhale, exhale, lengthen through that spine. Let those heels just float towards the mat. Head hangs heavy. Gaze back between your calves. Rise that right leg up. Inhale, exhale, bring your foot between your hands. Take it up to your warrior one, and then open up to warrior two. So now we're in our warrior two position. Foot parallel to the short end of the mat. Firm up that leg. Lift your abs here. Press your knee back so you can see your big toe. Grab whatever weight you want to use here in your right hand. And we're going to inhale, hold it here, reach it a little out, bring it into your shoulder and press straight up to the ceiling. Not behind you, but straight up. This hand is just going to kind of, graze back here. We want to keep our abs lifted. It's more of a lateral reaching up. Bring it in, reach out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keeping this back leg really firm, using that glute for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and bring it down. Take it in the other hand. Parallel that foot to the short end. Point those toes straight ahead. Press your knee back. Weights in your left hand. Inhale, exhale. Keep this back leg really firm so your glute is firm and you're using those abs. Just a little tilt in the body, not that much, okay? And this weight's not super heavy. We're just using it to tone and to add a little sculpting action to our yoga practice. We'll say 4 and 3. Inhale, exhale, and 2 and 1. Good job. Bringing that arm in. We might want heavier weights for the next go round. You're going to turn your feet out. So now you're in a sumo squat position or horse stance or goddess pose. And let's bend those knees. Press your knees out over your toes. Little pulses as we press the knees out using our outer thighs, glutes, and we just do a little abs lifted. We're going to do a rotation. So we take it 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn to the right. Bend both knees. 2, 3, and 4. Center. 4, 2, 3, 4. To the left. 4, 3. Squeeze that glute. 2, and center. For 2, and right. For 2. Center. For 2. Left. For 2. Take it single. 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 Squeeze those glutes. Single. Abs tight. For 6. And 5. Breathe. That's really important. 4. Easy. Effortless. 3. Easier. More effortless. 2 more. And 2. Let's do 1 more each direction. 1. And 1. Hold it center. Hammer curl. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows at your waist. Squeeze those glutes. Lift those abs. Press your knees out over your toes. Keep going. That's 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Put those weights down. Stay in that goddess position. And shift to your right leg. So those toes stay angled out. These toes come up to the ceiling. We're going to do an archer. So we pull really firm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more. Bring it back to the center. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to go to the left. So we reach, toes up. Exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Nice. And then back to the center. Toes are going to feet are going to parallel to the short ends of the mat. And let's take it into our straddle stretch, paralleling our body, shifting our weight to the balls of our feet, and then taking it all the way over and just hang. Maybe hold on to your opposite elbows as you pause for a moment. And then reach those hands through your legs. Grip the mat with the pads of your fingers or the floor. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull with your arms as you lift your sit bones to the ceiling and the crown of your head goes towards the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then release it. And let's do a little twist here too. We'll bring our left hand to our right foot, or if you hold to the calf or the ankle or the knife edge of your foot, whichever you want to do. I just want you to inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, and bring your body to your thigh. Now, if you can add a twist here. You can even add more of a twist by threading your right hand through between your left arm and your right leg so that your head looks under your armpit. I will turn around this way so we get a little release in the lower back maybe, or your obliques. You could try to hold on to that other leg and just hang and breathe. You don't have to do this. You could stay here. You can go here, okay? Inhale, exhale, come through the center and take your right hand to your left leg. And again, you could just pull here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Maybe you twist here. Maybe you go through your arm and your leg over to that other leg and lift your belly and get long through the waist. Take a couple of breaths here. Working out that whole body. And then bring it back through the center. Hands to your hips, lengthen through your spine, lift your lower abs, and come up to standing. Excellent. Now, let's bring ourselves onto our mat so we'll be on our back. All right, so we'll be seated here. We're going to lay on our back. We're going to use probably your heavier weights because we're going to do some chest presses. So just roll over, feet flat on the mat. Take those weights, press them up to the ceiling. The ends of the weights touch each other. And just like you're making a capital letter A, let's bring it down and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do a few, like 20. So say 15, 14, feet flat, abs tight. Even though you're lying on your back, practice pulling those abs tight. 11, and 10 more. This is 9, and 8. This is 7. This is 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there and turn the palms toward each other. Let's get a little tricep action. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. You decide what weights you need in each of these positions, because you want to be able to hold your body firm and not use muscles you don't need to be using. We're isolating the tricep muscles. Elbows stay over your shoulders. And we'll go 8 and 7. Inhale, exhale, 6. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, and 1. Put those weights down and roll over onto your stomach. And let's get that posterior chain here. So our arms are going to be lengthened out in front like Superman, and we're going to lift upper and lower body. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your low abs, and then raise up and hold. Maybe even start to flutter your arms and your legs. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Arms come next to your ribs. Inhale, exhale, knees apart, toes together, drop back into that child's pose and just relax. Maybe you bring your arms up into a reverse prayer on the back of your head, or rest your forehead in the heels of your hands. I'm going to give you about 4 deep breaths here. So next, to finish our practice, just relax there. We'll do a bridge and a Navasana, Navasana, boat pose. So we finish up our glutes and our abs, and then we'll take a Savasana. I'll probably stretch your legs a little too. And you do you, okay? Knees into your chest. Let's flip it around so we're on our back. Bringing it into a reclined child's pose. Maybe rock side to side. We'll do a couple of variations here just because we're doing a sculpt class. So bring those heels close to your glutes. And we're going to inhale, exhale, press the big toe joint into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and rise up. Now to release that front side fascia, if this is a difficult move, trying to get your hips up, lift your heels and see if you can't get your hips a little higher. Firm up those glutes and then lower the heels down. What do I do with my hands? Well, they can stay flat. We want to try to roll our shoulders up underneath us so that we're off our neck, and so we're still able to breathe. Firm up those glutes. Press into that big toe. Maybe don't interlace your fingers just yet. So as you inhale, exhale, hold here for 3 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep squeezing those glutes, pressing them to the ceiling. And roll back down. This time, let's trick it up and take your left ankle right above your right thigh. Inhale, exhale, press up with that one leg and hold. Breathe in, breathe out. Try to relax this left side so it can just lay open. Keep firming up that other side and then lower back down. As we change legs, right ankle across the left thigh. Inhale, exhale, push yourself up. And roll back down. Knees into your chest just for a moment. Maybe take your feet mat width apart and windshield wiper those legs and maybe pause on one side, over to the other. We're going to do one more bridge. If you have a back bend and you really want to do it in your practice, this will be the time. So now we take our feet back close to our glutes and we're going to press ourselves up into our bridge. Roll your shoulder blades up under your back. So now you're really warmed up and ready to go. Maybe you interlace your fingers. Pull those knuckles in the same direction as your toes. Lift yourself to the ceiling. Take a couple of deep breaths, and if you have that back bend, you go ahead. Fingertips face your shoulders, and you press yourself up towards the ceiling. And we roll back down when you're done. Inhaling, exhaling. All right, let's bring it back up to a sitting position, and we'll do the final Savasana core work. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull those rib cage together, belly button to your spine. Maybe you lift your feet. Maybe your hands are behind you. Maybe you're holding on to your thighs, whatever works. Maybe you reach through your hands. Inhale, exhale, pull this tight, extend those legs. Maybe we lower and we lift and close the distance between our ribs and our hips. 3 and 2 and 1. And we'll take a little break. Inhale, exhale, reach through. Maybe your arms can go up overhead this time. Open and close and open, close, open, close. One more time. And up, and then if you can, bring it down into that canoe and really close those abs. Zip it up for 4 and 3 and 2 and roll back, knees in. Maybe take this outsides of your feet for a happy baby. Rock side to side. Knees back into your chest. Let's extend our right leg over the mat, or you can put your foot flat and bring your left knee, what did I say? You're holding your right leg in and extending your left leg. Inhale, exhale, hold on wherever you can and bring that, try to avoid lifting your abs, lifting your torso. Try to bring the leg towards your body. So we'll just inhale, keep it close, maybe over to the side, towards your armpit, and exhale and try to lengthen it a little farther. Bend in and extend, and just hold for a breath or two. And if you're out here, if you can hold on to your calf or your ankle or maybe the big toe with your first 2 fingers, maybe bring it across your body for that outer thigh. Look in the other direction. Back up, maybe take the same arm as leg and open up for a little inner thigh stretch. And bring it back up. And let's change legs. Extend that right leg, bring the left knee in. Inhale, bring it close to your ribs, like close to your armpit. And exhale and just extend as far as you can extend. Inhale, exhale, and just go with it. Inhale, exhale, maybe hold on to the toe, bring it across for that outer thigh, IT band, little oblique loosener upper. Bring it back through the center, open it up to the inner, And then bring it back into the center. And I want you to extend your legs out over your mat for your Savasana. And just take a deep breath. And let your practice settle in. Breathe in, breathe out. Close your eyes. This is a pose of complete stillness, Savasana. It's a necessary pose because it's finishing your practice. It's important for us to be still. Maybe during this quarantine time you feel like all you've done is be still. Well, this is a little different than that. This is an intentional being still. And I'm just going to read something for you out of Meditations from the Mat. This one is about Vairagya, is the elimination of whatever hinders progress and refinement. In a culture of more, it is hard to sell the concept of less. Thoreau wrote, "A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone." Think about that. He knew intuitively that through non-action we can gain the power we seek. This is a perfect time to embrace non-action. We've been told that we can't do anything. Well, basically, we can't do whatever we want. We have to stay in our homes. So what do? This is a perfect time to embrace, to find the power that we seek. Fortunately, yoga is a reality-based philosophy. I think that's true. Everywhere we turn, we see examples of yoga in action. The yogic requirement that we move through life, shedding self-defeating behaviors, does not need to be explained or defended. I mean, all I see are memes about how fat everybody's going to be by the end of the quarantine. Sitting around eating just because you don't have anything else to do is a self-defeating behavior. I'm not perfect, but every day we wake up, we have a new opportunity. It's a new day. It's human nature to obfuscate, rationalize, temporize, overanalyze, generalize, minimize. When we make a commitment to our practice, though, the obstacles to our practice suddenly come into clear focus. It's true. And we're reminded of it every time we practice. And that's how we get better, is by remembering, you know? It's really easy to forget. Oh, I told myself I wasn't going to eat that, or I wasn't going to drink that, or I wasn't going to watch 10 hours of TV in a row. Well, when we practice yoga, it brings everything back into our attention. Top of mind, that's what they call it. The Tao Te Ching tells us, in the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. So it is as we begin to live our yoga, there is a sense of liberation and lightness as we begin to renounce the very things that have held us back. So as you lie in Savasana, breathe in, breathe out. Bring your knees back into your chest and roll on to your favorite side, back to a comfortable seat of Sukhasana. And bring those hands to heart center, thumbs resting on your sternum. And just let your eyelids kind of drift down as you gaze towards the mat. Maybe tipping your chin towards your hands, towards your heart. Inhaling and exhaling, just releasing a little bit of what I shoulda, woulda, coulda been doing, or what I shoulda, woulda, coulda done. Just let it go and be in this moment. Because if it was supposed to be different, it would be. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling good and better than before. Reach to the sky and fill your lungs. Inhale, exhale, and namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. See you tomorrow.